Everyone stop writing. Yeah, you are very sincere. I know what you are doing is instead of writing the notes, you are checking the question or answer paper of your school children. Stop doing that. Okay. There are two options. There are two options. Number one, we play the game diagnosis. Number two, we play the game child and parent. Which one you want? So as per today's topic, we start with the child and parent. You get a mother. Pay attention. Stop writing, everyone. No need to write. Okay, just enjoy the session. Hey, who is this Vivo V12 and all these security names? Please join with your own name. You have 5 seconds before you will be removed. You have a mother. She comes to you. You are a counselor. She comes to you. Those who are joining for exam brief, yes, these are the kind of questions you get in exam. You are a school counselor. A mother comes to you with a 7-year-old child and she says that my child has ADHD. What should I do? What will you tell the mother? What should she do next? Waiting for the replies. Those who reply, good. Those who do not reply, you know what is your diagnosis? Hopeless. Very good, Dr. Pratibha. Very good. Very good, Ritika. Number one is don't label the child. Number two, who has diagnosed the child? Okay, has she diagnosed herself from Google or some school counselor in her own school has diagnosed the child because they wanted to remove the child from the class? Okay. And why do you feel like that? Okay, what are the things you think? Okay, then you have to convince the mother that this is not the ADHD, how the ADHD is diagnosed. Okay, this is something else, and then something else diagnosis lies with the mother, right? So here, though she has brought the child for your counseling, the mother is the one who needs the counseling, and you have to play very diplomatically. If you tell her that she's wrong or something like that, then she may not come to you next time. But you cannot agree to her also. Okay, so your role is to convince her, tell her that this is not the ADHD diagnostic. Okay, someone who wants to exploit money from you, someone who is an unethical counselor, she has done this diagnosis and this is wrong diagnosis. Okay, ask her which test she used. What is the sensitivity of the test? What is the specificity of the test? And what is the R value of the test? Okay, and what is the qualification of the diagnostic person? Okay, good. So very good. People are paying attention. Who is this Vivo V12 21E 5G? Can you please leave the class, get out? Thank you. You are not my student. If you are the student, join with your own name. Typically, when you get a parent bringing their child, so they will come with some diagnosis, right? So you need to be very careful with that because most of the time the mother is the one who needs the counseling in that scenario. So mother is the client actually. So typically parents come with my child has ADHD, autism, all those things. Sometimes there are parents who come with 9-year-old. My child has anxiety, ADHD and depression. And when you ask who has diagnosed, she says that there is one that counselor she has diagnosed. Then you realize what is happening with her. Okay, very traumatic. But if we come to the real things, okay, so there are children, ADHD, okay, autism. These are the things that can be diagnosed in the childhood and can be realistic, right? There is no reason that a child is to be depressed or diagnosed depressed unless right, someone is trying to exploit the money from them. So today I was talking to one of my students and she was saying that, sir, this ADHD and autism, so can they it be an adult? Okay. So everyone has a question. Do you find adults with ADHD and autism? Everyone please write down. Yes. So a child with ADHD and autism, they do not die. They grow into adults. It is not a cancer, right? So these become adult with ADHD and autism. And it is not a disease to be dreadful of, oh my God, you are ADHD, you are autism. Oh my God, what we can do for you, get out from the school. No, it's not like that. They need some acceptance. They need certain things, certain tools for parenting. right? So a child with ADHD will become adult with ADHD, right? A child with autism will become adult with autism. So autism is a spectrum, right? It may range from minimum to extreme. And how do you diagnose this minimum to extreme? There are three things. Number one is psychological growth. Number two, neurological growth. And number three, physical growth, right? So you need to do assessment on all the three aspects. In the Thursday classes, those who have taken that particular program, child assessment tools and gifted child management, special development needs, we teach them how to do the assessment for physical growth, neurological growth, and psychological growth for children ranging from 1 month to 12 years. Okay. And that is the real diagnosis of the spectrum of ASD, autism spectrum disorder. So a child may be from borderline to extreme, right? Either way, you need a modification for parenting. The child cannot be modified, the disease cannot be cured, right? So what you need is, you need to modify the parenting style. You need to train the parent how to manage this child. You need to train the parent what instruction you should give to the friends of this child. And all those instructions, 30 instructions, they are mentioned in the book, Psychology Counseling. What is the page number? Who has read this chapter? What is the page number? Who will say? Oh, very good, Shalu. Like immediate. Huh? Very good. So 171. Dr. Pratibha, very good. Pooja, probably you are at different page, my dear. Very good. 171. So depending on your edition, it may be 171, 172, 170, something like that. Okay. So you read this. Okay. And this is something you can tell to the parent. Last time I was discussing for ADHD for a child. Sometimes a counselor or a parent misdiagnoses a child for ADHD. And they diagnose ADHD just because the child is not sitting still. The child is being hyperactive, moving in the class, moving arms and lips. That is not a diagnosis of ADHD. Most of you are like that, right? So the diagnosis of ADHD, I will give you one case study. My network. Just a second. So my screen froze, so I thought I was out of network. I will give you two cases, right? You are to identify which one has ADHD. There are two children. One is a boy, one is a girl. Both are around 9 years or 10 years. Same class. When you interview both of them individually, okay, the boy is moving like me, what I'm doing, okay, not sitting quietly, moving like this, doing like this, and changing and looking around the room because the boy has met you first time. And when you ask the boy, how are studies? So he says, my studies okay. How much you score? He says that he scores average. Okay. Then you ask about how are your friends? He says, yeah, I have good friends. I play with them. And the boy is able to interact with them and get associated with them very well. Okay. But this boy is seemingly outwardly very active. Okay. Moving arm, legs, running around, not able to sit. Okay. When you are interviewing, he says, okay, 1 minute, I will go to washroom. Then after 10 minutes of your interview, the boy says, okay, I want water now. Okay. Getting distracted. Right. So this is a boy. Okay. Then there is a girl around same age, 9 years, 10 years, same class. You conduct a different interview. And this girl is very calm, right? Sitting comfortably. You conduct an interview for 15, 20 minutes. She does not leave the room. Okay. But when you ask her questions, how is your school? She says, okay. You ask, how are your studies? She says, I'm doing good. You ask her score. She's one of the good scorer. But then you ask her about her friends, right? And she says, yeah, I don't have any friend. They don't let me play with them. Okay. So which sports you play, which games you play? She says, I do not play. I play alone. Right. So you understood there is a seemingly outward hyperactive child, a boy. Okay. And everything is average. There are friends. And there is a seemingly outwardly very cool and calm girl who is good in her studies, but unable to interact or have a group games. She is playing single game. Now you may come to conclusion that this girl has autism and the boy has ADHD. Correct? Both the diagnoses are wrong. According to you, both can have ADHD. Okay, very good. The girl has ADHD, girl introvert. Yeah, none more tests is required. Okay, I like that answer, Rakesh. Very good, Rakesh. So more tests are required, right? You cannot just diagnose on the basis of their interaction or their seemingly outwardness, right? Both may be normal. Yes, very good. So this was a real case, right, which happened with me. And we did further tests and we identified that the girl child has ADHD. Okay. And boy did not have any condition, right? So seemingly outwardly non-calm boy, okay, walking around during your interview of 15 minutes, taking two breaks, one washroom break, one water break, and asking for something and talking very fluently, average in all those things, okay, average in studies, but did not have ADHD, okay. So you cannot diagnose a child just because outward symptoms are like that, okay. Whereas the girl who was seemingly outwardly so calm, composed, right, but was unable to make friends, that was the question mark, right. So when she said that I'm unable to play a group game or unable to make friends, I don't like games, right, then for the question why, so what do you play then? So it was like single individual games. That prompted us for further investigation. So we ran two tests, autism and ADHD, and realized that she has ADHD. Okay. So you cannot diagnose from a seemingly outward behavior. That's why in first 5 pages or probably the first page of the book, I have mentioned that whatever you read, 50% conditions, it will appear that it is within you. You have those conditions, and 50% conditions are either in your child or your spouse. Do not diagnose them, right? So read everything for fun. Tests are not part of your syllabus. I will give you one more case study, case study, a real case study. A mother came to me and she said that the school counselor has diagnosed my child with a learning disability and they have recommended this child to change the subject. Okay. Because that learning disability is specific for the maths. Okay. So without conducting any test, I told the mother, the school has their own motive that every child must score good marks. And that is the only reason they want to change the subject of the child. Okay. I'm not going to give you certificate. The school counselor who has certified that your child has maths disability. So I would like to see which test she has conducted. And she did not conduct a single test. Okay. So only because the child is scoring less marks in maths, that was a diagnostic. And the less marks in the maths can be because of the teacher is not good, her teaching methodology is not suitable for all the children, or this child is not enjoying the maths, or probably the basics of this child are not good. Child needs more help. Okay, that can be parent help or a tuition help, right? Or the child doesn't like the teacher, right? So teacher is to be blamed, right? Or the parent is to be blamed. So not the child. Okay. And I asked the mother, so get me connected to the school counselor and the school principal. I would like to talk to them. So she has not reverted because she realized that what I'm going to say now. Okay. So probably there was some manipulation either by the mother because she wanted the child to score good marks in 10th standard. That's why she wanted that certificate, or there was a manipulation by the school because the school wanted the child to everyone to score good marks and child to take some easy subject. Okay, possible anything. So don't label a child. Okay. Now coming back to ADHD and autism. So how many of you have read the autism chapter? And there is one page before the chapter. Every chapter has a story, right? And the autism chapter has 3 or 4 lines. So who will say what are those lines for autism? Correct. Very good. Good answers. I'm waiting for the answer. Very good, Dr. Pratibha. Excellent. So, good answer. Float to fly. So, when you see that some of the symptoms are present in your child, don't start treating your child as a special child. Okay. Don't start treating yourself or allow others to treat you or your child as that, because that label stays there for lifetime and it hampers the self-esteem, the confidence of the child and development, psychological development. Okay. So a child who has ADHD and autism, okay, if you are a child with ADHD, then the child is a superman, superwoman, right? So you utilize those talents for doing better things in life. Okay. Don't start considering that ADHD is a hopeless case. Many of the ADHD people, they turn out to be very talented. Okay. If the child has autism, that doesn't mean the child is IQ is low or learning disability is there. No. Autism means there is some difficulty in interacting with social environment, right? There is some developmental delay. Milestones are delayed. But that doesn't mean IQ is less or the child is dumb. No, it's not a Down syndrome. It's not a cancer. It's not a disease, right? It's just a condition you can manage the child with. Okay. So here, what you are trying is you are trying to make the child run, because there is a competition of running. Everyone knows how to walk. You know how to walk. All other children, they know how to walk. So you are putting your child in the competition of running. But the child doesn't know how to walk, so unable to run, unable to understand that game. The child can float, right? If the child is able to float, don't teach the child how to run. Teach the child how to fly. So you have to change the game. You have to select the game which you want. Okay. So you identify what are your strengths. This autistic child may become a doctor. This autistic child may be very good in maths. Okay. Select that. Okay. This autistic child may be good in some other skill. Okay. I have a very interesting question for all the adults, right? Sometimes some of the students, they say, sir, what should be the good career path for my child? Because, I want her to pursue her passion. Okay. How many of you agree that you should pursue your passion as your career? Because that is something you love so much. Everyone write down. Okay. You agree? Yeah. Anyone who does not agree with this, that you should not necessarily pursue your passion as your career. Anyone who not completely, very good. I like that. Who's that? Nisha, very good. Okay. Strongly agree as long as it is paying. Yeah, I like that word. As long as it is paying. Yeah. Not agree much. Not agree. Not completely. Okay. Not necessary. Not necessary. Yes. Not compulsory. Right. Those who are foolish, they think that you should choose your passion for a career. No, your passion can be a hobby. It can be a second stream of income. It can be something where you waste your money. It not necessarily be your career or earning opportunity. You know why? I will explain you today. It will change your concept. All those who said agree and completely agree. Okay. I will tell you. When you select your passion as your career, okay, so you have to do certain things which you don't like. Okay, revolving around that. I will give very easy example. You are a good musician. You are a good painter. And you say that I want to make painting as my career. All the painters are the beggars till the age of 50 or 60 years. They don't earn money. Okay. And if you're a painter, you cannot be introvert then, right? You have selected painting because you are introvert, you are OCD, or because you like that subject. Okay. You have to go to meetings. You have to go to art gallery. You have to meet people who will buy. Then you have to convince people. You have to be a good salesperson. So what skill you need? If you are a painter, to sell your painting, you need completely opposite skills. You need to be a good extrovert. You need to be networker. You need to be able to convince people. You need to be good salesperson, right? You cannot say that I just do a good painting and it will sell. Hey, get out. No one is going to buy your painting for 100 rupees also, right? So you are living in a Mungeri Lal ke sapne. Wake up. It doesn't happen in the real life, right? Even if you choose your career as a passion, you may end up doing certain things which are inbuilt in that. Okay, which are involved. For example, if you are a good teacher, okay, you cannot say go to a school and say teaching is my passion. I will do only one thing, teaching. and I will absolutely not do anything else. Hey, all those teachers, they know how much hard work they have to do. They have to do 50% teaching and 50% admin work, including checking the papers, which is the most tedious task. Okay, grading the papers, making mark sheets, all those admin work they have to do. And sometimes they are put on other duties also, right? Someone who is a doctor and says that my passion is become doctor. And if you select being a doctor, you cannot go and say that I will only treat patients, nothing else. Hey, get out. You have to maintain the records, and you have to be a good salesperson to be a doctor. You have to convince your client why they need to take a treatment from you, from this particular hospital, why they need to take this particular surgery or a procedure, right? Okay. You need to be a good manager. If you own your own hospital or clinic, you need to hire people. You need to be good people person. You need to manage all those things. You need to be good accountant. You have to manage all those things. You cannot say that you don't like other things of this component, right? And only like your passion. So even if you select a career which is your passion, you will end up doing other things which you don't like. Okay. And if you are in a job where you think that you are not liking your job, okay, who is stopping you? Leave your job today, right? Go choose your passion and be a beggar, right? If you think you can become rich with that, okay, no one's told you to select your job. You as an adult, you selected this job, and you are going to end up doing certain things which are you are not liking. So find one thing in your present job which you like. And if you hate your job completely, then it is time to leave your job today, not tomorrow. Find something which you will like. Okay. And the passion is something which you can make it as a hobby. Okay. It can be a parallel source of income probably, or it can be just be something that releases your dopamine, right? So you have to release 4 happy hormones. Which are those happy hormones? Write down everyone. Which are the happy hormones? Correct. Passion may be something where you waste money, where you go and put your money into the passion, right? You invest money because that makes you feel happy, right? Sometimes some people buy certain things, including alcohol and something else. Yeah, you are smiling, laughing, falling. Yes, I'm talking about you. So all those people who waste their money, instead of that, you invest your money on passion that releases your dopamine, serotonin, and all those things. Okay, right? Very good. Very good. Endorphins. Very good. So you feel happy, you feel good because you follow your passion as something to feel good. Okay, it cannot be a source of money. Right? Anyone here who is into her passion, her career, which her passion, and she has chosen her career? Yeah, I will ask you a question. Are you happy? Yeah, yes. All those who raised their hand. You're happy with your present job? Very good. Are you rich with your present job? Yeah, rich definition means whatever you wanted to earn, you're reached that level, or you are earning that. If your objective is to earn 1 lakh per month and you are earning 30,000 per month, then you are not rich. Okay. So if your objective is per month and you are rich 1 lakh per month, yes, you are happy. Rich and happy. Oh, I like you very much. Very good. I like you, Charu. Okay, that's good answer. Yes, very good. So all those who said that they are following their passions and they are happy and they are rich, they are the most lucky people in the world. Okay, very good. I will ask you one question to just burst your bubble. Are you married and then still happy? Okay, so oh, someone said yes by mistake. It was by mistake. Okay, okay. So she's saying yes, yes, by mistake. So married and happy. So 5 things, 5 components. Okay, you are in a job with your passion. You are happy in your job. You are rich. Okay, you are married and you are happy. If you are this, please write down your name right now. Hey, still yes, Charu? My God, I need to meet you. Send me your address. Okay, I will meet you now. Okay, next month I will be in Gurgaon, Medanta Hospital. So you come and meet me. Okay, all those people who gave some explanations, those people, you know what is their real story. Okay, good. Happy with everything. Wow, interesting. Good, that's great. Okay. Okay, those who write happy is my choice, it means internally they are not yet searching for happiness. Happiness is also choice. Okay, you are still searching. Very good. Those who write network issue, good. Okay. Sounded like a robot. Okay, very good. Still breaking. I'm not at my hometown, means my home. So maybe network may be weak here. But I did not speak anything and still audible. I like you so much. Very good. Yep. I was testing. Yes, if someone writes, yeah, if someone writes this happiness varies from, so not yet found. Not yet happy. Yeah, she will come. I remember that last time I had promised that we will do that dizzy today, but I'm not at my home, so I will do it next time. Depend on this. So a child with conditions will grow into adult. Okay, typically autism and ADHD, and a teenager with a condition who will develop into adult. What is that condition? Who will write down? There are two conditions in the book. Okay, so a teenager you will find to grow in the adult. Which are those two conditions? Very good, Sunita. Very good. Okay, second condition, bipolar disorder is number one. Correct. Correct, Charu. Anxiety, yeah. Okay. Okay, three conditions. Very good. Thank you for adding Sangeeta. Anxiety. So anxiety, not ADHD. ADHD child, you are able to typically it 7 to 14 years. Okay, ADHD. Bye. Depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder. So don't do such a murder, Saujanya, right? If you say a child with a schizophrenia or adolescent with schizophrenia, that's some horror movie or something like that. Don't do like that. Okay, so typically eating disorder, we say that it is for a young girl, right? So this is how typically it is described, okay? But depressive episodes, bipolar disorder, and generalized anxiety disorder, right? These are the three things that stays for longer time, okay? If depression is because of some episode, then that is a separate, maybe a grief or a loss of parent, or loss of opportunity for education, or loss of a boyfriend, girlfriend, something like that, right? So, but generalized disorder, depression, and bipolar disorder, okay? So these are something which you find in adolescent, and most of the times they stick for life. So what you need is, you need to equip them or give them some tips, okay, so that they're able to cope up with that. So for the tips, there are two options. One is you read the book, and for each chapter, there are 20 to 50 tips. Those tips you will give to the adult as well as adolescent, okay? And the second is this anxiety, stress, depression. Bipolar is something, okay, it is going to be there. But anxiety, stress, and depression, these are superficial symptoms, okay? They are happening because of some traumatic events or some emotional trauma. So you need to identify from the history that what is the root cause of this emotional trauma. And when you identify this emotional trauma, divide into three categories, okay? Number one, there are some emotional traumas which are deep buried inside, and it is better deep buried, not to touch them, because if you open them, it will lead to havoc. You don't want that. There are second type of traumas, emotional traumas, which are good. The person has, because of you as a good counselor, the client has started channelizing this traumatic energy or the energy because of this trauma into good things. Okay. You were heartbroken and you became rich. Okay. Or you started good studies to take a revenge. Okay. You were heartbroken and you started writing poems and you become a very good, okay, world famous Shakespeare, right? You were thrown out of an arts class, and because you were a dumb and very bad artistic work and drawing, and you became Walt Disney. Okay. Your girlfriend left you saying that you are a poor person, you don't earn enough, and my father is saying not to marry a poor man. And to take revenge of your supposed to be in-law father, you start become working smart, not hard. Okay, you start working smart and become rich. Okay. So this second type of emotional trauma, you don't want to heal them. Okay. The third type of emotional trauma is where it is affecting the present life. So this is causing dysfunction. So everyone is supposed to live a functional role in their family, personal, and the society. Either one of the three, this emotional trauma is affecting you. You are not able to contribute to the society. Okay. You are not able to earn. You are not able to provide for your family or give time to your family. You are isolating yourself. Or the third is you are neglecting yourself. You hate yourself so much, or you ignore yourself. You ignore basic needs of your. Okay. So if anything, society, family, or self, if this dysfunction, if this emotional trauma is causing dysfunction to these three things, or any one of these three things, you need to heal that. So from the history taking, you find out which of this is your emotional trauma and what category it is. Then you need to heal that. To heal emotional trauma, okay, you can work on two therapies. One is cognitive behavior therapy, and second is subcognitive behavior therapy or neuroplasticity. So these emotional traumas, how are they stored? Who will answer this question? How are the emotional traumas stored? No need to inform if you come late, if you leave early, no need to inform. No one cares actually. Yeah, you can politely, silently join, silently leave. Very good. So as images, yeah. So these traumatic memories are stored in our here as images. So that is why you have a flashback. That is why you have PTSD. That is why you are having nightmares. That is why whenever you think of a traumatic event back, you have that flashback and you get disturbed. Sometimes you see some image or some real life event and you get affected because this trigger the traumatic memory images. Okay, these images are stored in the form of synapses in the brain. Two neurons connect through each other through electrical chemical impulse, okay, or junction called synapse, right? So you need to do certain thing to change those synapses. There are two ways. One is cognitive behavior therapy, and second is, that is my napkin for the face, and you are wiping your black thing with that. Nice, I like it. Next time, so that I will use it, imagine what will be the color of my face. Huh. So CBT, CBT is cognitive behavior therapy. It works at the cognitive function, cognitive level, conscious mind. So you need a client who is very cooperative, who is very motivated. Okay, maybe you will find some leaders or corporate managers of that, but someone who has CBT is cognitive behavior therapy. Read, my dear, read more. So, okay. So, but any emotional turbulent client, okay, who has stress, anxiety, depression, they are not ready to wake up from their bed. They are not caring for their family. They are not caring for themselves. Do you think they are so much motivated to do something? So what does CBT involve? CBT involves giving them some worksheets, making assignment. You ask the client, come beta, come here, and you make some assignment and tell them, okay, you go and do your assignment and come back to me next time. So what will happen is client will say, yes, ma'am, I will definitely come to you next time, and will never come again because you are terrible counselor. Okay. So the client is not taking care of themselves, not motivated to leave from the bed, not motivated to comb the hair, not motivated to go to work or have a bath. When you are telling the client, go and do this assignment and make the worksheets, they will never do. Okay. These are poor counselors. If you want to be a rich counselor, you need to work on the subconscious mind. Okay. So cognitive means conscious mind. Subcognitive behavior therapy is subconscious mind. With the help of subconscious mind, you do two things. One is you erase the traumatic memory. Second is you replace the traumatic memory with the good memory. Okay. You change the images in the brain. Okay. You change the synapses. I will give you a very easy example. If you have a habit, okay, if you have a habit of doing something, any simple thing, or you have certain process, certain steps you follow. For example, in the morning you pack up your lunch in a particular way, and your mother has been telling you not to do in particular way. Yeah, you're laughing. That example relates to you. Okay, relates to your daughter. Okay. So if you spend certain time, or for example, if you take more time for brushing your teeth or bathing, or if you take less time, or if your hygiene pattern is very bad, okay, or very strict. So this is because there are certain synapses which are formed, okay, neuronal pathways which are formed. If you need to change those habits, you need to cut those synapses, you need to break those synapses, and you need to form new synapses. Same is with any emotional trauma, same is with other traumatic memories. So you need to do subcognitive behavior therapy, okay, rewiring, very good work, okay. So rewiring, right? So this you will learn in psychotherapy program with us, okay? That is not part of this syllabus. CBT and SCBT both are 15 minutes. CBT and SCBT, get ready. CBT and SCBT both are part of um, psychotherapy program. You will learn both the things. Yes, my dear Amit, in psychotherapy, with psychotherapy techniques, okay? So every Sunday I do the demo of those techniques. You observe my demo, then you can practice on your clients. You experience the effect of the demo, okay? Hope is one of the techniques. Yes, dear Usha. So there are various techniques. So hope, dark hole angel, then the oasis, um, dolphins and the healing crystals, energy ball, energy sphere, all those techniques. Down the staircase, okay, nice. So, right? Yes, inner child regression and all those things, okay? You will learn. Time regression, healing of soul, all those things. The guardians, the angels, all those you will learn. Angel, yes, you will learn in that. So it's a different program. If you're interested, you can WhatsApp me. Dark hole and the angel. Yes, dear. So these are all the part of the psychotherapy techniques. Those are students of psychotherapy. That's why they are mentioning that. Okay. It's part of that program, Sheetal. I have a very interesting question for all the parents out there. Okay. Hey, stop doing your WhatsApp. Huh? Focus on this, now, what you're doing. And there are some people who are just writing. I don't know what they're writing. You're not a clerk to keep on writing. You are a student. Interact. Note down everything here, because what you're writing is a piece of paper. And after this session, your dog will eat that piece of paper, or you will misplace it. Okay. So, what was the question? I really forgot now, because you are responsible. Just 30 seconds. I will recollect. What was the case study for parents? Oh, thank you, Mona Lisa. Good. I was checking whether you are paying attention. Good, Nisha. Yeah, I remember everything. I do not forget. Very good memory. So all those parents, you tell your child something, okay? For example, just a simple thing. You tell your child that, okay, I will come tomorrow to pick up you in your school, okay? Your child says, yes, that's the example. And your child says, promise. Probably you say, yes, promise. Then your child says, pinky promise. Probably you say, yes, pinky promise. Then your child says, if you do not come, then I will not talk to you, or do not break the pinky promise. What is your answer? What will you tell this child? Think for 30 seconds, then write your answer. Yes, you can involve your child also to write your answers. Yes, behind you, the child is there. You can involve your child. You can ask what is the good answer you want my child. Okay. And what is happening? You will not give surety. Very bad parent. Huh? Why you committed then that you will come there, and the child will be hanging instead of there sitting? Huh? For sure, I will come. We'll give surety to the child. Okay, okay. Pinky promise. Okay, we'll try different. We'll try. Hey, still try. Hey, come on. There is no try when you have to pick up the child from the school. We'll try my best. Okay, not good. Not good. Maybe. Oh my God. Rakesh, don't marry. Yeah. Okay. We'll definitely go. I will keep up. We'll pick up. Yes. Good answers. Sure. Yes. I will surely come, dear. Anything. Tsunami aa jaye, tufan aa jaye, anything. Comet, anything happens. I will definitely come. Should not promise if not sure. Okay. Actually, you should not commit also. Before promise, there is a statement to a child. Okay. It's not about breaking the promise. It's about breaking your trust, my dear. If you tell your child that you will pick up without promise also, I'm not talking about promise. If you say a statement, tomorrow I will come and pick up, the child is waiting for you and you do not turn up. What a horrible parent, right? So it's not about promise. It's not about pinky promise. It's about the trust. This is how you build trust with the child. Okay. Every time you give a statement to the child and you do it, the child will become teenager. She will listen to you. The child will become adult. She will listen to you. There are many parents says in the teenager, sir, my daughter does not listen to me. Sir, my son does not listen to me. What should I do? That time is gone. You are a hopeless parent. You were a bad parent. You did not pay attention. You did not win her trust. She's not going to listen now. Okay. So the good answer may be, why you need a pinky promise, right? I gave you the statement. I will come. Even if you do not take pinky promise, I will definitely come. You know my style, right? So why the child is asking promise? Because the child doesn't have trust, right? That if you give a statement, you will follow on that. So you have to give again, reinforce that once you give a statement, I will definitely come. You take pinky promise, you do not take pinky promise. Doesn't matter. What if your car gets something, okay, right? At the time, you have a flat tire, engine stops, I will come. Irrespective of the car, I will come. What if it is raining? Yeah, I will come. If I have said I will come, I will come. So you reassure the child that if I give you one statement, I will follow it. And you have to follow it. You cannot say maybe. Okay, you cannot say, no, I'm not promising, but hey, get out. There is no but in the parenting, right? So if I'm telling you, I will come. Yes, pinky promise. Because you like this pinky promise, I will pinky promise. Yes. And you don't need, if the child is saying, if you break my pinky promise, I will not talk to you. It means what is happening, the child is learning. Dhamki ko kya bolte English mein? What do you call dhamki in English? Hey, write down. Threatening. Huh. You don't need to threaten. Yes, done. Huh, yes, you know good English. Everyone, hey, stop. Huh. So you don't need to threaten me to control me. Okay, right? I'm your father. I'm your mother. If you say that you want me to pick you up, or if I promise I will pick you up, I will do it. So you don't need to threaten me, right? So, understood. So why the child asked promise? Because the child did not trust. And why the child is giving threat after promise? It means the child thinks you will break the promise. Very bad. Okay. So I had to reassure the child, beta, you don't need this pinky promise. Beta, you don't need to threaten me. Even if you just say one word, and if I say one word, yes, I don't need to complete the word, I will pick you up. If I say yes, it means I will pick you up. Yes, come what may. Yeah, tsunami, comet, anything. Okay. If the parent is really caught in the situation, I don't know, give me some example. What can be that situation? Right? Give me some example. Okay. But the child is waiting. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So have a backup ambulance with you. Okay. Right. Heavy traffic. Hey, start early. Don't wait for the traffic. Use Google Maps. Hey, there is no emergency situation more than the child. Suddenly unplanned meeting, you should leave your job, Rupali. Yeah. Fire your manager, senior boss. How can you plan your meeting such like that? So it's not that I have not done that. Yeah, I have done that. My child knows very well that if my child says that don't go to particular meeting, if my boss, yes, testimony, yeah, confirmation of stamp. Huh. So if the boss says that no, you have to come, I say no, I'm not coming. Says that you will lose this money. I say no problem, go do. If the boss says that I'm also sitting without the child and managing this, I say yeah, you are a bad parent. I'm a good parent. If my child says that don't go to meeting, approved. Yes, approved. Okay, if I have done many times. Okay, so if the child says don't go to meeting, I want you now. Okay, no problem. I used to do that. Okay, now I don't need to do that because I'm my own manager now. Okay, But I tell my employees that if your child says something, do it. Okay. So, and don't give me excuse that you had your child had a fear or something. If you want to watch a movie, tell me that you wanted to watch a movie and don't give excuse of your child, right? Okay. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. So she's reading your this thing, huh?
Comments.
And that's why she's in hello.
Approved.
Okay, thank you. I survived because of your approval.
Okay. Bye.
Be very sincere. How many of you do this? You tell your child not to be on the mobile, and once you come back, you are on your mobile. Whatever you do, either you watch YouTube or you are on official work. You say that I have a official work on your mobile. After you come back, not the whole day.
Okay.
So I said after you come back from the office, it's evening time. Yeah. So it's wrong, once you say to a child that don't use the mobile, and after you reach home, if you are going to office, I work from home. So if you once you reach home and you still are on mobile, whatever is the reason, either it is office work or it is something. Okay. You cannot explain to the child, no, this is office work. You have to explain to the office, to your boss, hey, once I go from office, my work is done. You cannot WhatsApp me. Yeah. Yeah. I tell my employees, all 60 employees, I tell them to do that. Good, very good. Very good, Sajita. Very good.
My teacher also taught me this lesson.
Okay. What is her name?
This is the woman.
Oh, nice. She's good. I will meet her then. I will all bosses.
Practice what you preach.
Oh, nice. Do I do that?
Yeah. No.
No. Which component? No. Direct no. Which component I don't do? Which component I don't do?
You tell me to not watch mobile, and he also watches mobile.
Very bad.
Okay. You are very bad. This is not approved. Not approved.
Okay. This component. I will change. I will improve on this part. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to write here that I also do this. Okay. So I always thought that I give you a lot of attention once you say no mobile. Okay. But okay. During my work hour also not allowed. Okay, fine. Okay, I need to modify this. At least expectation I have to manage, or I have to modify myself. One or the other thing I will need to do. Yeah. Very political. Needs improvement. Okay, fine. So Pooja has said, sir, you need improvement. So I have to improve.
Yes, very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, nice.
Everyone right. Need improvement.
Okay, so that's how you trap. Okay, nice. Okay.
The devil is back.
Welcome, dear.
Nice.
Nice.
Everyone right. Need improvement. Need improvement. Very bad. Very bad.
Okay.
And now,
hey, this question, Subhashi has asked a question. Always positive parenting, or will you get angry? No, she will answer.
Positive parenting.
Huh? Or do I get angry?
No, only little bit, but only 1%.
Okay.
He is angry 1%, so it should be 0.00000.
Okay. So, but when you need my help or you are throwing temper tantrums, means you are like difficult types. So, am I angry on you ever that time? No. But I get angry only on safety things, right?
Yes.
So, is that wrong or bad? I mean, wrong or right? Sorry.
Right.
Thank
it's
God.
right.
Right. So, I get angry only on safety things, okay? Like crossing the road and all. And yes, I did not say anything.
Not approved.
Hey, which component not approved?
You can't be angry on me or any other child also.
Other child also.
Not you, the other parents on their child.
Okay, you understood? Okay, so You cannot be
1%
angry.
improvement also. Yes, nice.
Okay, so people are writing agreed, taken. Okay, they are taking the oath today pledge. I will not get angry on my own child. Okay, so nice. You actually don't need to raise your hand in this reaction button, but you need to take a pledge in your own heart. Taken, taken. Everyone is saying, wow. I have a question. Okay.
Ask the question.
Yes, please ask the question in the chat.
Thank you. Time. 2 minutes. My extra. 5 minutes. Extra.
Extra. Okay. Give practical tips for positive parenting.
Don't scold a child unless he do something stupid.
Stupid is allowed.
No. More stupid. Stupid.
Wrong thing is not allowed. Yes. Stupid is allowed. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yes, nice.
Hey, answer this. How much you listen to your parents, dear? Are you obedient child? That is a question.
Obedient
means you listen to your parents.
Yes, I listen to them.
Yeah, you listen to parents?
Unless they talk till they talk nicely to me. Otherwise, I don't do the work. I sleep.
So I tell you, so unless she's convinced that or she agrees, yes, this is good, so she will
do the work.
Yes. Okay. So to get her do anything, she must be convinced, right? So I think this is a new generation. All the children, they don't like order. Like our parents, they used to say, do this. We used to do this. Yes. They used to say, don't do that. We used to like, okay. But nowadays, this is not a definition of obedience. Nowadays, the child will like, why I should not do this?
Yes.
Why I should do this?
Perfect.
If you are able to explain the child why you should do it, why you should not do it, without lying, huh? You cannot give some hypothetical scenarios. Okay. If you can convince your child why you should do, why you should not do, without lying, then the child will follow. Then that is called obedient child.
Ready to new messages.
Yes, they listen to your explanation. Yes, if you give them rational explanation, because there is children are educated, probably more than us. They have a higher IQ.
Yes, nice. Most of them, I don't know what is that.
Yeah, cannot understand. Nice. Yes, they want convincing nowadays. Okay, they want to know why they should do, why they should not do. Okay, the definition of obedience child has changed. Yeah. Okay, yes, nice.
Okay, nice.
This is a good question. Neera.
Good question, Neera.
Can you read this question, Eva?
Do
you English? Hey, Neera, improve your English. Grammatical mistake. Do your job.
Do you provide whatever things she asks for, even if not required?
Do I do that?
So, Hindi mein bolo kya?
Do I give you anything and everything you ask, even if you don't need it?
No, sometimes not. Sometimes yes.
So that's a good parenting. Yeah. So I convince.
Because he knows which things I need and which things I don't need.
But do I get you everything you need?
Everything, yes.
And do I say no to certain things which you don't need?
Yes.
Very good. So that's a correct parenting, right? So I cannot say no directly. Okay, if she asks me something and she doesn't require or that is not good for her, I cannot say directly no. I have to convince her. Why no? I will give example. iPad. You saw the smile at the face. Yes. So I have to convince why not iPad. Okay. Yeah, I cannot say no, because if I say no, you are a monster parent. Okay. At least he doesn't say that, but I know the meaning.
My father says that you don't need iPad because you don't have any work to do on it. You would get addicted to it more.
Correct. Which happened once upon a time when she was 2 years age.
When I was 2 or 3 years old. Right?
So what do you used to do with iPad? Every time. Yeah. While eating, doing all the work. All means all, yes, all 24 hours. Okay. Yes, don't do that.
Except sleeping.
Yes.
Hmm.
Very good, Dr. Ashwini. You are a good mother. Yes. Only reasoning works night, not this. Oh, Kanchan, very good. That point Kanchan has said, sometimes letting them do some mistakes. Okay, make them think that they are independent and they learn through experimentation. I do that. Okay, I allow to do some mistakes.
And one time my teacher taught me, if you do any mistake, learn from it.
And your father also taught you?
One time, I don't remember.
Hey, every time I teach you that you do learn from your mistakes. Okay, if you fall, I don't help you get up. Right? I teach you how to get up. Okay.
One time at swimming also.
Okay, nice.
In the ocean, not in the swimming pool, the ocean.
Nice. You should do that. Sure.
पता भी कैसे उठे नीचे हाथ लगाया तो पूरी रहती थी.
Good.
Good.
So, Dr. Parvati has asked a very interesting question. What is the difference between good parenting and pampering? Okay. So, if you can convince your child, right, you don't need certain thing. And if you believe that that thing is harmful and you don't give, that is a good parenting. That's the only definition. If you give everything and anything the child asks, that is a pampering. Yeah. And if all those children, those who are watching, I will give you one trick, or I will tell you something. So if you are able to convince, or if you convince your parents that you should get anything and everything, even if it is harmful for you, okay? So that is called being a ziddi. English में क्या बोलते हैं ziddi को?
Stubborn.
Stubborn. That is a stubborn child. Okay. Not good. And your parents are not good convincer. You are a good stubborner and they are not good convincer. Okay. So they need to learn the skills like you have. Okay, actually. Obstinate. Okay, wow. Good English, Priti and Monica. Hey, Ankita. Matlab, direct teach. You are a teacher. Come on. You cannot say this statement, huh?
What? Parenting skills, over pampered child, wrong grooming. Over pampered child is also a spoiled child.
Correct. Brat. Right. Has anyone ever called you brat?
Who? Me?
Huh?
Yes.
Huh? Someone has called you? Who was that?
You, of course.
I called you brat.
Yes. Many times.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Okay. I think I should not ask so many questions here in front of the audience in the recorded line. Okay. Fine. What was the example I called you brat? Can you tell me? I really want to.
In the hotel room at the lobby, right? Where?
You were doing something.
No. At the reception.
What were you doing?
There was a bar. I was just sitting there and taking some photos. He called me brat. And he called me. He said that people will think you are brat. Why would I care if anyone calls me brat? That is also a thing. We should not
worry about.
No.
Be concerned.
नहीं एक मिनट जस्ट अ मिनट हाँ हमको फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए.
So exactly.
Don't care about others.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, fine. So I should explain this to you actually, not to the others. Okay, because I don't care what others think about me. Okay, but I care what you think about me. So I called you brat. It was a fun way.
Yes.
Okay. So you were sitting in a bar and taking a photo. So I was like, okay, people will think that you are a brat. We take this photo and put it somewhere, right? So people will think that such a young age sitting in a bar. So that's such a brat. So that was a fun way to say, right? I hope you also know that it was a fun way.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank God. I'm saved, relieved. Okay. Now.
Okay. End of the session.
End of the session.
Yes, and 2 minutes of deep breathing and exhaling.
We do that. You also do that. Okay,
I'm
because
here.
you were so when you breathe in, you breathe, your stomach should come out. Breathe in with your nose, breathe out with your mouth. When you breathe in, your stomach should come out. And when you breathe out, your stomach should go in. Can you give a demo, please? Can you give a demo? Breathe in, breathe out. And when you breathe out, it has to be slowly. Hey, do it. Just sitting idle, huh? Hopeless. You are doing it like an old lady, huh? You are 24 years, forgotten your age. Yes, I'm talking to you. Hey, sitting like this. Seriously? Huh? Whenever you get angry, whenever you have anxiety, whenever you read the book and you have the question and you get so much hyper, sir, I want to know the answer. You do this and wait for the next session to happen. Okay. If you read a story in the book and the story doesn't, you understand the meaning because your IQ is less, or if the story is half, because you get so much interested, what is the next story? Okay. If you read some technique in the book and you want to know how to apply this technique, wait for the next day to come. My calling time is Monday to Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. after WhatsApp. Then you talk to me. And if you have very, very urgency, go to your nearest hospital. Don't worry. Or for other things, you can talk to me 1 to 5 p.m. And most of the emergencies you can prevent by doing this breathing exercise. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Have a great time. Be in touch. Those who wish to talk to me can talk to me tomorrow, 1 to 5. I mean, Monday to Friday. Exam for the previous batch. For the previous batch, you want to write? For the previous batch, the exam tentative date 25th to 15 to 25th August. It will change.
नहीं. Bye.
Nice. What is your name? Do you want to write your name?
Yes.
Okay. First name. Directly write the name. Okay. Not all the White. Yeah, what did you do?
अरे W लिखा था. And
okay. 15 to 25th August is exam date. The date will change. We'll get the confirmatory date by next week. If you have a doubt which batch you are, whether August or Feb, you can WhatsApp me tomorrow. Okay.
My name is pronounced Eva.
Okay. Before 15th, what is that?
What is the meaning of my name? बता दो.
Okay.
ये question में फंस जाते सब.
What is the meaning of the name? This name has origin from Japanese culture. The meaning is deity of all living beings.
अच्छा, Japanese आता है क्या?
Okay. I hope the spelling of deity is correct. Is the spelling correct? Yeah. Chitra, Feb. Okay. You are into the dizzy? Yes, both of us are into the dizzy. So
I forgot.
yeah, you are not practiced since long time. But I can play my dizzy. Most likely next session we will play. Both of us probably together. We can try.
आता तो है नहीं.
You can try the basics. 1, 2, 1.
हाँ ठीक है.
Yeah, that you can do. Okay, we'll try for dizzy next time, both of us together. See you. See you on Wednesday for marriage, Thursday for not your marriage, for marriage counseling session, not your marriage counseling session for means I know you don't want to repair the relation with your husband or the wives. So the marriage counseling class. Okay. And then Thursday is child assessment tools, and Sunday is Sunday is psychotherapy. Okay. Dizzy. I will show you what is dizzy. Okay. You read the book. Read the book. Thank you, everyone. It was nice interacting with you. I really enjoyed. Thank you for making it interactive and lively because all of you.
Bye.